Hey, it's me, Danny C, and we are back with a new episode of the D&D show, Season 3, Episode 12, and today, I've not only got one guest, I've got two, and they're both Scottish, so this episode is going to be a bit bonkers for accents. I'm Welsh, it's me, Danny C, and I'm going to introduce you to, first of all, Matt, who's been on the show before. Say hello, Matt.
Hi, guys.
And he is Matt's brother?
Yep.
It is brother. I had to think, and I was like, hang on. I've known him as Gino for so many years. I was like, wait, brother? Sister? This is brother. It's Gino on the show.
Hi, guys.
This is Matt and Gino. Matt and Gino have been long-term friends from way back in the day. So I was like, with D being off for 2 months, who better to come on the show and help me get through a couple of episodes while D's away dealing with moving issues and stuff like that. So, on that note, this is Matt, Gino. They are from Scotland. I don't know what part because I keep messing it up and I can't say the places. There you go.
Southwest.
Yeah. So, that's Matt and Gino. We've got a couple of podcast topics for you this evening. We've got the Battlefield 6 beta. That is going to be what we jump into first. And then after that, we'll jump into how we all met and how we are still friends today. Sound like a plan?
Sounds good.
Let's go.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to it. Battlefield 6 beta went live on was it the 10th? Did it go live on the 10th? I remember playing
9th or 10th.
9th or 10th?
I think it was the 9th, was it not?
I think it was the 9th. I played that on when I came home from work. And I instantly, I've been playing Battlefield 2042 on and off, and I love it. I think it's wicked. What do you guys think? First thoughts?
2042, big downfall. This one, with a little bit of tweaking, setting it to the way you want it.
Yeah.
It's more fun, it's more carnage. It's nothing better than standing, next thing you know, the building's gone and you're standing there going, what's happened?
I had that happen earlier today.
That did. But see, to be fair, with 2042, for me, I remember I went into it and I thought, I'm coming away for a day, tried 2042. The beta was absolutely amazing. Yeah. And I thought, right, this has got so much potential to actually kill other games within that kind of criteria. Yeah. And I thought, yeah, brilliant. So did it. And then just before you get the actual launch of it, I was thinking, right, should I date? Because there was so many people talking about how many bugs were in it. So I thought, let's get a week or two just to let them kind of balance out what's went wrong and what they are seeing as wrong. And then I remember it came on as a freebie at one point. I think it was a free weekend or something. Yeah. And I tried it, and then there was folk with necks like giraffes, and I was thinking to myself, how am I meant to hit a headshot? I'm hitting them in square in the neck. What's went wrong there? Yeah, I agree.
My problem with 2042 would have been the fact that I got it on pre-order. I thought, great, finally, we're back to old styles. Yeah. Like your old styles CODs and all that kind of thing. Then I actually got the game, put it in, did everything you had to do, took one look and went, why are my graphics literally like Minecraft and it looks like blocks? Yeah. And even then, and that was in console. And I'm like, what a downfall for what we've seen in the beta to what we received. Yeah. And it's like, how do you mess up for beta to there to make it look like that?
That's a worrying situation right now for them as a company. Like the scene, hopefully they took on board and seen what happened with 2042, that it doesn't happen again, because the game, like I say, you play the beta, you think amazing, and then all of a sudden the game gets launched and there's all these bugs, fixes, and me being me, I played Call of Duty, I played all these sort of games that you think to yourself, like, I hope they don't kind of because you get a lot of massive streamers, massive people like, oh, I want this Giants, I want that Giants, I want this Giants for the beta, I want that. They just don't get into launching the game, following in that suit.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, it's go on.
I think the big thing is though, when we've got 2042, it was just before the next gen consoles came out.
It was.
Yeah.
I think it was around about the 1S and it was like trying to put the graphics of what a PC would run onto the older generation consoles. It's a big. It didn't work as they hoped, but when I re-downloaded it, obviously on the Series X, the graphics were completely different. Then obviously changing to PC, I then realised, okay, the graphics are a lot more different than what was in the old gen.
I think PS 2042 was rushed because obviously around about 2042 you had obviously Call of Duty beforehand was the Blackout, and then they had Warzone, they confirmed Warzone, and I think they rushed it to get it out before Warzone came, the original Warzone, and I think that's what went wrong for them because they rushed it. Like, you can't rush a game to make, like, not everyone's perfect at making games, not everybody's perfect at doing something, but I think if you are going to launch a game against a game that's going to fight for that top level and be number one, if you rush it and you make it wrong, then that's the issue you've got to look at it. For me, is that you make it wrong, you're going to push people away and they'll be like, let's go play the other game.
Well, I think I noticed today also is the fact though, when that came out, a lot of the other next gen stuff was coming out.
Yeah, this is the only problem with it, isn't it? Is having the post gen timing coming out at the time of a new game coming out, because they'll try and hold off on putting it. Yeah,
and that's the thing, they tried to hold off the next gen.
Yeah,
but with the amount of problems people had trying to get a next gen console for this game was horrible. And it made it a harder challenge to keep high-end graphics on a low-end console.
I'm not even going to lie, I remember watching you guys, like obviously you were kind of, the 2 years were quicker to get the next-gen console. I was a bit behind. Did what I did it work a week, I saved my money and then got it when I got it. And then the difference, like I remember playing with you guys and I mean, like, can you see that guy? And I'm thinking, I didn't see a thing. Like, it all looks pixel to me. That's your Xbox, mate. You need to upgrade this, mate. And that's the difference you're seeing. Like you're saying, it's the graphics and difference in graphics and the graphics within the next gen to what I was using. Yeah, you could see a massive difference.
Yeah, it's all the frame rate at the end of the day. They want the game to run as smooth as possible, which is why it's locked to 60 FPS on console with the newer gens like the PS5, the Xbox One, the Xbox Series X now are having the option to do 120. Yeah, and having that freedom makes it easier for the developers as well.
Which is good, like, because let's be honest, you can't have like different games and stuff like that doing different FPS, and obviously like not everybody has the luxury or the comfort of buying a PC, buying a next gen PlayStation, buying a next gen Xbox. Like, you have to like make sure you have like everybody's views on it. Like, you can't just like be like, oh well, wait there, that PC's got 160 FPS. I'm just going to build that game for that. That's not how it works. You need to make sure you fulfill everybody around that.
Yeah, I got you.
Well, especially for the whole factor nowadays, you hear your whole cross-gen.
Yeah.
Like, ideally, you're wanting a game that runs all devices that you want to use are capable of running the game at the same rates, the same graphics. Like the new, as we said, the new Battlefield, it's completely optional whether you want to be cross-platform or you don't, which I see the point in. Some people don't like playing PC players, some people don't like playing console players. It's up to you, it's a personal preference. It's more of a case of, like, you can't really, as Gino said, like, you can't really have just for one specific console, that's what has to be. We're getting to a generation now where everything's cross-platform, lets everybody play together, and that's what you're wanting. Like Battlefield, as I've said, I've played it, I've enjoyed, after a few tweaks and making it the way I like it, how quick I like to move. The only thing I don't like is spending more time reviving Dan, but this is part of the game.
I was waiting for that.
I don't know what you got. I think Dan spent more time getting his friends to revive me before, because I ran in a building. I was like, can you turn your sensitivity up in this? how do you turn the sensitivity up? Like the mechanics was slow for me. It was slow, and I'm obviously used to the fast paced Call of Duty. I've turned my I'm not that high. Matt, don't start. We don't. My mechanics are different, and I was like, I put myself a bit. I think it was about 30. Well, actually, I put it at 40. I'll put it at 40 at first, and then I scoped. Then I was like, oh, hello, I'm doing circles. Maybe no, do it to 30, and I think that's at the right level. It's just getting the configure buttons for me. Like I say, I've got B as crouch, whilst with any other game, it's analog stick, so I don't take my hand off that remote. Like analog sticks to move, and then underneath my paddles for my Xbox Elite remote, which is jump, slide, and stuff like that. All these things are underneath. Whilst I hit to tap my hand off the analog stick and click B. And I think at one point I did jump in, and I was like, oh, I pushed the wrong button.
I do feel like games nowadays need to be like, when you start a game, they need to run through like a wizard to see like what you want your sensitivity on, this, that, and the other, and like, because everyone plays differently.
I agree with that.
For a long time back in the day, I used to play on lefty on controller.
Yeah.
And it was just getting to the point where I had to change back to the original layout, and it took me a bit of getting used to, but I got there in the end. But I started on lefty because I hated what was it? I hated the melee button on Call of Duty.
I hate the melee button. It was B. It was always B, and I changed mine to analog stick because it
was the other way around.
It was the other way around. Sorry, analog stick. That's it, sorry, and I changed mine for the analog stick, and B, I swapped in because I used to try and like duck and end up trying to slash somebody, and I'm like,
I used to have
I saw the button I want to press, I want to duck.
Going back to the crossplay with what we were saying just now, the one thing Battlefield are doing right this year is they're putting console crossplay together and PC crossplay together, and then a big free-for-all one. So you've got the Xbox and PlayStation consoles being able to play together in one matching pool.
Yep.
Then you've got the PC side from the EA app, Steam, and Epic Games launcher all playing together.
Right.
Then you've got the option then to play all of the matchmaking pools together. So basically, the one thing that we asked from Call of Duty for a long, long time, Battlefield have beaten them to it.
But that's exactly what I was just about to say there. Like, we asked for there's so many, like, if you go to forums, and I think Matthew was one at probably Muffin, or Matthew, whatever you want to call him, forward this on to me, like how many times that we asked for this, and obviously with Battlefield coming out, I've not had much chance to kind of search into it or get to play it with work and stuff like that, and Matthew's been forwarding all these stuff, and Matthew's like, why is this not happening?
Yeah.
Like, I've always said it, like, I like the idea of, like, this whole thing with the whole new Battlefield is the fact that everything's adaptable to suit you. Like your COD, you're basically, your sensitivity, your keybinds, that's it.
Yeah.
Whereas this Battlefield has went in full depth, and it's literally a case of, it's not even a case of, okay, I turn my sensitivity up, that's me, I'm moving fast.
Yeah.
It's a case of, right, you can turn your sensitivity up for how you want to move. Perfect. But then you have to take into consideration your aim down sight time.
Yeah.
It's not a case of an attachment does it all for you. It's a case of you have to find that perfect kind of balance. That works for you. And like, I'm finding stuff through, like, and it took me a little while, to be fair. My first time on, I'm running around like, right, I've turned my system, why is this not working? So I went in a wee bit more depth and played a bit of moan and found, all right, this setting does that, this setting does that. And you're looking at like all these, as Gino has said, like, all these big streamers are all wanting all these different things, and I'm kind of sitting there thinking, right, well, that's great and fair and well for yous.
Yeah.
But what for your everyday player that's just playing casually? Like, we're not here to run around, be quick, be this, be that. We just want to come on, enjoy the game, enjoy it for hopefully what could be a game that attracts a lot of people like it used to, and be enjoyable again, rather than when 2042 came out, you were stuck waiting in lobbies to find a game because people hated it. Whereas this, when you're going into lobbies, even in the beta, you're in a lobby and boom, you're straight in. 9 times out of 10, you're actually waiting on a list to even get into the server.
Yeah.
Which is always a good sign, especially for one of your betas. Could it be a potentially high game? With a few tweaks personally, I think, it could be.
Yeah.
And it could be up there to kind of fight its place back.
Yeah.
Well,
I completely agree with that.
I can get you a week. I've been watching, obviously, I've been way me. I play Call of Duty and stuff like that. We all know that. We all play Call of Duty sort of thing. I've been watching kind of the count numbers.
Yeah.
Or the beta and stuff like that. Averagely, I can't give you specific numbers, but averagely on their first open beta, which was, I think it was a pre-beta, it was pretty much 300 million playing
there was,
on their beta.
Yeah.
And then I think it was like something like, was it like maybe about 42 million playing Call of Duty at the time? It's not specific numbers, but like I say, it kind of gives you the average of what we're talking about. Like, if they get it right, then it's going to kill a lot of games, which...
On the subject of numbers, I just had a little look on Twitch. Battlefield currently has 243k viewers. Call of Duty Warzone is on 25.5k.
Wow.
And Black Ops is nowhere near...
It wouldn't even be near Warzone.
Like,
no, it wouldn't even be near Warzone. And that's the thing. Like,
but it's hype, innit? That's what it comes down to.
It's hype.
Built hype.
But while we're on the subject of Battlefield, because obviously Battlefield, like I saying, brung out the whole background running on a PC for cheating.
Yeah.
So Battlefield's done that. I've went through that. I've had a hell of a time trying to get it up and sort it all out because PC new technology to be terrible.
Yeah.
Obviously, Matt was like, you're a big boy, you hate it yourself, sort of thing. So when that happened, like obviously this transition for what they are doing, then all of a sudden, Call of Duty is telling us they're bringing the same thing out.
Yeah, exactly the same.
Why have you waited since Battlefield to release what they are doing to now release that when you could have released that in the original Warzone?
But
that's the difference between Battlefield.
It's only released on PC.
Yeah.
Which is very, very weird. How can they not make an app that runs background on a console as well, and then everyone's being covered? Like, I've been watching a lot of the Battlefield things, and I've watched the figures, and even in the first weekend, before even this weekend started, I think it's estimated about 35 million in pre-orders. It's like, right, you've now got a game that's still on its first beta test and early access, who's dropped a 35 million pre-downloaded already.
Yeah, the pre-orders are in.
The pre-orders are ridiculous. I've looked at it as well when Matt said to me about it, and I was like, surely you're at it. Don't get me wrong, we all try to pull a leg somewhere. And then I was like, wow, and obviously that's and he's no far off. Like what you're saying is like you say, he's like 35 million, maybe that's estimated that he actually pre-ordered the game within the first beta.
Yeah,
well, that's really good gone. We've still got this beta to go. And roughly, how many people do you think you like from that estimated 35 million, Matt? How many people do you think will go above that?
Well, looking at what's been done already, you've got 35 million in revenue, they're saying so far. Roughly round about that. But that's not even from console, that's just through Steam, EA Pass, Battle.net, and who's the line that's doing it? Epic, is it, that's running it as well?
So Epic Games, the EA app, and Steam.
So that's only through them. That's not. They haven't even counted up as of yet what's been through console.
Yeah,
and obviously people who've maybe still a lot of people like to do it by the hard copy.
Yeah.
So you're looking at these figures, and then you're looking at likes of games we've all played through the years. There's such a big hype for this Battlefield that it's kind of getting to a case of, is this going to be a Battlefield that might just kill several games in its process?
Yeah.
Just to get to the top, just to prove the point that, okay, right, we were the best until things came out. Right, now we're going to show you why we're the best and why we do what we do. Do I like the fact that you don't have to do all this slide jumping and spinning around in circles and becoming the next kangaroo? 100%. Do I like the fact that every time I look over a rock, because there's about 30 snipers looking at me and Dan screaming in my ear, there's a sniper there while I've got a rocket in my hand expecting me to do a miracle? It does happen. We've proved it. But still, no.
Or Gino shouting, help!
But does it make it more fun? Yes, because it's a literal case of, like, That's like me the last weekend I done. I was playing with you and decided, right, let's bring RPG out. Right, we're going to turn it into a sniper and have some fun with it. Did I hit someone in the coupon with it? 100%. Was it acceptable? Probably not. Was the other guy happy?
No.
I'm guessing most definitely not.
That's a thing. They tried the various guns.
Yeah.
And I got the sniper in and I was hitting headshots and like I say, I was shouting, let me cook, let me cook, let me cook.
Oh, yeah.
I hit 3 headshots and I shot and I roll and then boom, dead. Okay, I'm not cooking on him here.
Well, I'm sitting down the sniper it and literally Dan guns, get your sniper it. So I pull the sniper it. What happened?
Dead.
I can't aim with a sniper. Put an AR in my hand, yes. But what happens is when the zone moves back, Dan's already disappeared. You're standing there like an absolute plum. Dan, where are you? I've moved back zone. Cheers, pal. But to be honest with you, I do think this could be a battlefield that goes back to the old school style battlefield.
Yeah.
That was more like it's not even a case of it's obviously team objectives and that, but it was more a case of you could have some fun with it rather than taking it all seriously. Like you die, you're like, okay, these things happen. Like as we heard the last time we were on, Dan, the building collapsed between me and one of your buddies, and I ran away screaming because I didn't care what was going on. And literally the guys like the building's collapsed, and guys, I've established this. It's happening. I'm kind of trying to jump out of the way of it. Dan's screaming, what's going on with you? Well, other than the fact there's a roof collapsing on me and I'm about dead. But
it's the same as done for me, mate. Like I say, like it's one of them games that we can talk about, but like I say, and I'm going back to what you said, exactly what you said, like that they're going to show why they are the biggest and best at doing it and kill several games. But I'm pretty sure, like I say, the 2042 was the exact same saying. They will kill a lot of games. It was rushed.
Yeah.
They listened to big time streamers. They launched it. There was so many bugs, glitches, things that not even they could sort. And that was even like, going back to again the anti-cheat that was with an anti-cheat in the background. They struggled to actually fulfill what they said. And don't get me wrong, played the beta, love it. I hope and pray that they go forward with what they're doing and do it right. But it's when that actual game gets launched, will they stick to that? Will they stick to that?
Yeah,
I find they will. I think they will, due to the fact they've put so much effort into this one. And I understand what you're saying. There's a lot of big time streamers saying, but there's also some loyal big time streamers that have played for years saying this is how it feels.
Yeah.
Pardon me. I've watched ones that I've watched for years that played it and made a name from it.
Yeah.
They're now saying this is feeling like we are back to normal. Does it need some adoption? Yes, it needs a few little tweaks. I wouldn't say much. Yeah. For me, I think like, a lot of people say to me, like I've heard a lot of folks say to me, I've tried it, but this whole clunkiness and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, it's realistic. You're running fully geared. It's going to be like that.
That's what it was. It was always clunkiness. It doesn't matter what battlefield you played. It was always clunkiness. And it was a case it wasn't skill-based for you. You're all the same skill-based. You're all clunky.
Yeah.
You're all going to be running slow. You're all going to be running to whatever ability it's got.
Yeah.
It's not a case of, oh, wait there. Oh, at in time, my sensitivity like 50. I'm going to be there before them.
Yeah.
It's never going to happen. And that's what a war zone should be. Because let's look at, actually, we'll go to that actually further forward when you talk about it. Like Blackout. Like what Blackout was on Call of Duty, it was all about clunkiness.
Yeah.
Like Blackout, you were never better than anybody else. You always, if you look at Blackout, you always picked up what was on the ground and nobody was faster than anybody. It was just a case of what your skill was.
Yeah.
Well, when you look at Blackout compared to the Modern Warzone, though, it was a case of with Blackout, you got your gun, standard gun, there was nothing on it. You had to find what attachment would best for you. It was clunky. Like, back again, like, when we were playing stuff like that, these clunkier games, and like I think it's more the modern generation now, used to so fast-paced, everyone's got to be quick, everyone's got to be this, whereas we were used to a case of this clunkiness, and it's normal for, like, obviously us who are pushing on. Yeah. This clunkiness of Battlefield feels normal for us, although we still play, as Mags Gino said, like we're used to now this fast pace and this and that, this bit, and I'm like, okay, can we not just go back to basics and make game enjoyable like Battlefield are now doing? They've took their original ideas and kept them in place.
Yeah.
The whole anti-cheat, I'm loving the fact that their anti-cheats banned 300k so far in the first weekend.
Yeah.
Like other games are struggling to do this, and it's like, how can a game that you're saying that's dying be doing what you're supposed to be doing as top-end games?
Yeah.
But that's what I like about Battlefield. Battlefield is realistic for me, has not changed its ways at all. It's still the 2042 feel. It's still going back through your Battlefields. It's gave you them the same Battlefield like feel. Whilst other games like they're trying to evolve every time as it goes up and up and up. Oh, this is coming out. This is coming out. They've tried to evolve, but Battlefield is stuck to their roots. Still the clunkiness. Still the like
boots on the ground.
The boots on the ground. Old school.
Yeah.
Like a battle. Like you got to tell me like somebody in a Battlefield is going to do a bush jump and dive over the top of you. No, let's be honest. Like, we're in 2025, no 2070.
Go on, you okay?
2072.
But that's the thing, like, let's be honest, if you went in a Battlefield, you'd probably quite happily tried in a bunny hop and a 360 no scope because that's your mentality.
Well, of course I'm going to try that, why no?
Yeah.
But it's one of them things.
360 for the win, mate. 360 for the win.
We're looking at simple, like, little bits of it, and people aren't, like, I've noticed a lot of, like, I've watched a lot through it, and a lot of them are like, this problem. They're not actually looking more in depth of what it's offering, and it's not looking in, like, all the settings you can change to adapt to your kind of play style, the way you like it to feel. Like, I hate this fact, though, like, modern games now are, okay, so one setting, that's it, instead of, okay, so, right, if you want to move quick but you want the slow aim, you can do that, which they've offered. Yeah. And then people are moaning, oh, it's too slow, but quite clearly these people aren't looking into, like, there's other settings within the settings that adapt the scope in time, your movement in scope. Like, it took me ages to figure it out. Like, I came on the first time, moved the room, and went, oh my God, I'm not going to enjoy this at all. And then when I came out of that game, took a wee bit more in depth into the settings, had a wee look, and kind of find out what was within it, like keybinds wise and everything else. And it's looking at it and I'm thinking, right, well, if I change that up a little bit just now, see how that works. Okay, I can adapt that and then change that setting, that'll work with that. And you're now seeing, like, it's a game that's came out and now said, right, okay then, you want a full adaptability game to suit you without all this carry-on off one setting. Here it is, take it, do what you can with it, and do what you want with it, rather than this is your settings, this is what you'll play at, and this is all you're having.
Like you say, is what Battlefield is offering is pretty much basics. It's taking skill-based matchmaking to the next level. Like, it's your skill base, not matchmaking. It's your skill base. They won't matchmake what, like, for argument's sake, let's say we've got a good skill, we learn the game, we learn what's best for us.
Yeah.
We're not going to get into a game where it's a case of, oh, wait a minute, these guys are really good. Let's put them into a game which are guys that are really good, but they are matchmaking this because they've got health fate. That's never going to happen because there'll never be skill-based matchmaking in Battlefield. You're literally going to get into a game. It's all about your own skill, how your own setup, as Matt says, what your setup is the way you play. So you get shot by somebody, he's obviously just better.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how any game
should be
in this era should be.
Yeah, completely agree.
You cannot do that. Like, you can't give somebody the upper hand, i.e., oh, wait there, he puts a silent suppressor on. Oh, he's got the upper hand because I've got no suppressor.
Yeah.
And that gives me the feeling of an old school gaming wise, where it was like when we all first started playing, like, rather than playing casual, we started playing properly and getting a wee bit more into it. It gives it that kind of feel of, okay, right, we're back to basics. It's now a case of how we play. It's all down to our skill, our abilities. Bear in mind, we're all pushing it now.
No, I was just about to say, we're all pushing on now. Our skills are going to be slower than everybody else's.
It's mere, I wonder if it's much our skills. We can still play a lot of games and still dominate in certain ways, but it's a mere case of, it's not a case of, right.
Or reaction time.
It's mere reaction now, how we react. Somebody's looking at me with a sniper. Can I shoot them in time? Probably not. Will I die? Probably yes. But it's more of a case, so it makes it more enjoyable because you know for a fact, okay, I've been shot by somebody that's just that little bit quicker on the trigger than us.
Yeah.
Rather than, okay, I've got the new meta builds, I've got this, I've got that. This is what makes my gun great, right? So you're using a gun to make you better rather than your reaction times. Playing games like Battlefield has always helped with reactions, and like as Dan says, we've played multiple games together, and it's made us better at what we do, and well, what we try and do anyway.
Yeah.
I'm just putting that out there where you can't see when I see a sniper glint. I normally duck under my desk.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same. I see a sniper glint and I do that automatic duck, like trying to duck down underneath.
See the amount of times I hit tighten up the air with my gaming chair is so bad because I'm trying to duck the other way or something. I'm like, what am I doing?
I don't know if it's worse the fact that you take out your mic, your chair or your mic. It's one of the two. Let's be honest.
Let's be honest.
Can we agree though that skill-based matchmaking doesn't belong in games in a public playlist? If you're going to do skill-based matchmaking, it needs to be in ranked.
100%. I think it needs to be in ranked again. What you're saying is like very legit. Like if you're a casual player, like skill-based matchmaking, like you could go like 5 or 6 games being a high killer, really good player, getting a high KD and stuff like that. That you can do that like in 5 games being a casual player. But then the next day you could go in, you could have like 3 or 4 bad games.
Yeah.
But you are still being matchmate because of them 5 games a night of 4. You're in a higher level. And I think skill-based matchmaking should be, like you say, in a ranked game.
So do you know what did it for me with skill-based matchmaking? Scroll back to Black Ops 2, Christmas.
Right.
The message that was put on the welcome screen. Welcome to Black Ops 2. Enjoy the Christmas noobs. Have fun. And don't go too hard on them.
Oh, I remember that. That was everybody.
Remember
that was when I remember that because I remember when that came out, with it being funny, when it simply that, the Christmas noobs, I was like, oh yeah, the younger generation are trying to come in here for Black Ops.
Yep.
And then in Black Ops 2, I'm going to slap them silly. Yep. And then I think I remember, Matt, I think it was you and Martin was in a game with me, and that was my first high KD. In Black Ops 2, I was unbelievable. Matt was unbelievable. Like, Martin was unbelievable. And then I went into that and I got absolutely slapped by little noobs.
Like my big problem was like that whole message came out.
Yeah. And
I must say, even back then, I think my KD was round about what I am now, like 1.4, 1.5.
Yeah.
Or I think something makes me think it was maybe a wee bit lower then. But like, my big problem with this whole skill-based matchmaking is like nowadays, I think me and you, I think Chris, Gino sent me it.
Yeah.
And
it's an average.
It's an average of what the bracket, the skill bracket you put in. I'm in the top 10%. So as a casual player, I'm being penalised for being better at a game by being put into people with a lot higher KD than me.
You're in the top 5. I'm in the top 10.
Yeah.
Well, top 5%, top 10. But I'm putting a skill level like what your big time streamers that play religiously.
Aye.
Like I'm putting them levels. Like I looked I think it was last week, you know. I looked at my Rebirth KD and it's sitting 2.0.
Yeah.
So that now puts me in a bracket of big players.
Yeah.
But I'm in the top 5 because I think it's anything above 1.8 in a Rebirth, and I'm 1.84 Matt's 2 point something. I'm like, let's go and play some Rebirth. And I'm like,
put them KDs together and you're not getting
absolutely no. I was like, let's be honest. Yeah. We were 4 players. We've got naming nobody with 2 players below us that are probably about a 0.9 KD. Yeah. And at an average, with mine and Matt's KD, you're just gonna get slapped all over.
Yeah.
Like this is the thing. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, I agree with what Dan's saying 100% on yourself. Do you know, like, we shouldn't have to deal with skill-based matchmaking on your general players. Yeah. Like your casual playlist, your general players that play here and there. It should stick to ranked only. Put them in it because they're playing for a reason. They want to be a ranked player. Like, it's going back to, like, when we, as you said, like, Black Ops 2, like, there was no such thing as this whole skill-based matchmaking. Like, it was literally, like, I can remember Modern Warfare 2. Like, that was a high KD, and then, as I say, this is how we met Dan, was through this. Dan was essentially one of them noobs.
Yeah, I was one of the new guys, but, like...
I was up there because I didn't want to do 8 week. I used to play Rainbow Six. And then they converted me to that. And I was just like, when I started it, I was poor.
Yeah, so I got pulled into the lobbies with Matt. So the really quick version of the story is that I played on Tinks's Xbox 360, which was Dan's. It was Tinks's Xbox, but Dan's her brother as Lazadan. Right. It was his game. He was like, he brought it up. He wanted to play it on a night that he was coming to visit and everything. And he was like, oh, have a go at this. So I jumped on it and I was in a random lobby with Matt. And then we started talking and we said something funny to each other and we added each other as friends. And that's how that story started. And
it was literally a case. So like Dan came in. This is what I'm saying. Like as I said, this is how we all met. It was randomly met. Back when game was a case, so you met up with random people just by being in the game. And it was literally a case. So like, you didn't have a clue. I was a higher end player, got swore at several times for shooting you, and some obscenities we can't repeat. Yeah. But it was a case of like we got through into that, we all enjoyed it, and like then obviously as you started playing with us, then with me, I added in like Mags finally converted him away and brought several others with me.
Yeah.
That made like a little group that wasn't even a case of we went on to play like to be sweats. We literally went on to play just to a laugh, to carry on. And see who died in the worst possible way. 9 times out of 10, Gino, because nothing's changed. He's still poor and still dies in the worst ways if it's not jumping off a mat.
Yeah,
it was always good because I always remember I used to play Rainbow Six and I was religiously stuck on Rainbow Six. I played with an Irish guy, brilliant guy. Wish I could actually try and find the guy again. It was original Xbox, and I always remember getting that first Xbox. I just literally started working. I think I was like something like maybe £100 short at the time. When you think about it, £100. Everybody's thinking right now, £100. Oh my word, that's a lot of money. Yeah. But back then, £100
was a lot.
It was a lot. Yeah. And I always remember my mum was like, "I'll get you. You pay what you need to pay. I'll give you the rest." And I got it, and then. It was obviously my circle. Matt was with you, and then Matt was like, "You need to get on to Modern Warfare. You need to come on and play." And I was like, "I don't want to play Modern Warfare. I tried it, and I was so bad at it. Please leave me alone."
I do have a question for you boys.
Go on.
Do you believe that skill-based matchmaking is ruining games?
Yes, it's
in unison. Over. In unison, it was just that.
Yes, 100%.
Like
it's
we don't even need to get into it. You don't even need to get into it. Everybody knows themselves.
The reason why I say that is because I play. You guys know me. I played COD every single day that I was home through the pandemic, through like the years. I spent a religious amount of hours playing Call of Duty games. Right. Then they brought in skill-based matchmaking. And I just got bored of it. I just got bored of being put into lobbies with people running around thinking that they are the dog's bollocks.
Like, we know you are good at the game. And then that's the thing is we all got good at the game. We all got better. We all learned with time. Shut up, you.
Let's stop there. Dan is not good at the game. Dan is good at baiting people to be good at the game. He spends more time baiting people than he does shooting them.
Hey.
I'm pretty sure I baited you a few times.
But like, as I said,
if you ain't in it to win it, you got to do a bait.
Like, it's like a case of like that's like myself. Like I played religiously COD. It was all I played, either COD or Halo here and there. But it was more COD non-stop. And then I think, if I'm right in saying, Dan, it was Ghosts when we had the clan going.
Yeah, we had the clan going by Ghosts.
It was a week. And I think I actually returned the game, and then Dan like you messaged me one day and said, "Clan Wars is coming." I mean, what do you mean they're bringing in a Clan Wars? And I went and bought it again. We played
Halo.
that religiously. Yeah,
Halo. No. Oh my word, that is a game. Yeah. You can talk about. Oh my word! I always remember you bought your Xbox 360 and the free game was Halo.
Yep.
Halo.
That's why I played it so much, because I can remember my Modern Warfare. Actually, do you know, you were actually playing Modern Warfare 2 before.
No, it was
you bought me the Modern Warfare 2 for my Christmas.
It's a long time.
You were on before me.
Long time ago, I don't you remember what I did yesterday? Come on, boys.
I can mind that you bought it. You bought it, and you were playing. I think at the time it was the lanky one. I can just say the lanky one. I'm not saying names, but you can know who the lanky one is.
Did he convert me to it?
He converted you to it because he started playing it, and then you kept moaning at me because I was still at the time playing Halo religiously, and you said, "Oh, you got to come and play it."
Oh,
and
maybe
it
was I? Because you're younger. Obviously, I forgot you're younger than me. Was he?
And then
it was the lanky one that gave up Rainbow Six, wasn't it?
Yep. And then you guys to me, "Oh, I'm buying you I bought you Call of Duty. I don't want Call of Duty, but I stick to Halo." And then eventually that's how it happened. Because you took a hiatus because you decided in your wisdom after a bad night of playing, you were selling your console.
The old-fashioned rage quit.
No. That
was the original rage quit. Did I sell it?
You did sell it, because that's how I met Dan, and I'd been moaning at you to get a new console, and you're like, "Oh, I'll get you blah 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 blah," and eventually you bought it, and you came back with me and Dan on PS.
Yeah, on PlayStation.
Could you answer this question? Did I get good money for it?
I don't think you actually did. I think you sold it cheap because you got
that's a full rage quit. They are selling the console, Dana.
On the subject of rage quitting, I remember playing FIFA once on a PS3, right? And it was lagging so much that I threw my controller at the wall. This is the original PS3 controller of mine, right? Full boomerang style, threw it at the wall. It bounced back, landed in my lap, and acted like nothing ever happened. Nowadays, you do that with one of these controllers, it's gone.
You can all have your rage. No one compares to me.
I can tell you about my FIFA times. Originally with the Xbox Series, the original Xbox 360.
Yeah.
I used to put if I lost, I used to put the remote in the ground and stamp on it.
You still do it in COD language.
Yep. I still do it. I can always remember it was a Christmas time. Just after Christmas at a week, I got my, it would have been the Xbox One. What was first, Xbox One or 360?
360.
The original Xbox One. No, the Xbox One. No, the black one. It was the original Xbox One.
It's a wee black one with the silver lines that were in the side.
Silver eye out the line. And I got it for my Christmas. And I remember I was playing FIFA 2003. And the only reason I remember is because Edgar Davids was on the front.
Oh, you'll have been 360. It would have been Xbox One then, if it's 2003. It'd be the original Xbox One, the white one with the hard drive, detachable hard drive.
Oh, the detachable hard drive. Aye, that's what happened. I stamped on it.
Yeah.
And the hard drive broke. And I always remember, my mum was like, if you want a new hard drive, you either buy your own Xbox or buy a new hard drive. And I was like, Mum, they're on eBay, they're like 200 quid. Well, better start saving your money.
Yep.
I think the worst rage I've had was probably literally a month ago, Gino.
Matt, I'm not even going to this. I can talk about this all night.
What happened as was obviously I used Elite controller, same as Gino, and I decided, right, this one's not working, and it was the case of, right, it must be something with the cable. It would not connect to the PC. I turned it the opposite way. It cut out, turned it back again. It connected, cut out. So I'd finally had enough. And I heard from my headset was Mag saying, 3, 2, 1, yeet. And yep, it went out the window. So I had a spare one that it's temperamental. It was temperamental. So I brought it out. It lasted literally half a game.
Yeah.
And Mag just went, "You're going to hear yeet in a second." And you heard everybody going, "No chance." And next thing you heard yeet. Out with the second controller. And I think for about a month odd, I played mouse and keyboard because I knew for a fact I couldn't throw that out because I actually needed to use my PC.
I can always remember sitting there, Mark, go back. Give me 2 seconds, boys. I need to do my key binds. What? I need to sort my mouse and keyboard for my key binds. I was like, tell you, boys.
Yeah.
And what made it worse was like Gino was sitting there. You can't play mouse and keyboard. I seeded the game to sit at the top of the leaderboard while Gino was at the bottom, and I'm playing mouse and keyboard.
Nice.
But to be fair, like it's weird how we all met because obviously after Gino decided one of his many hiatuses worse than mine,
Yeah.
Hey, we kind of obviously went to
mine. At least I got money for mine. You broke yours.
It's fine. We replaced it. What you want about?
I got money and probably spent it in something stupid.
I made more money. It's fine.
You got money. You flung it your one day.
But
I don't know what the hell you just said, but you said it that fast. I couldn't understand what you just said.
Like, he left in his hiatus, and it was like we went to Ghosts at that point, and then obviously me and you kind of in help of another that we shall not name or speak about. And like we built a community, and
we had a wicked.
I'm pretty sure it was about 30 of us at one point.
Yeah, there was. I think I counted 22, 23 roughly.
And we made that kind of community. Then obviously I met the now wife and kind of took a very, very, very long hiatus because I refused to come back to gaming because of this kind of, even back then, that's where the state kind of went wrong. And then I think it was actually, something makes me think it was you that moaned at me, and it was Infinite Warfare came out.
Oh, good God.
And they'd made the promise they were going to do Clan Wars again.
Yeah.
And I think you had kept meshing me to get a new console. I kept kind of digging my heels in. And then we came back to Infinite Warfare, and the whole Clan Wars thing was kind of like, all right, we're not doing that again.
Yeah, they cancelled it outright, didn't they?
They just kind of went, like, the game came out, the Clan Wars is coming, such and such, they cancelled it outright, and we just kind of played it, hated it, but we played it. And then I think it was round about, we continued playing that. We played most of the CODs together. And I think it was round about, I'd like to say, I'm pretty sure it was at World War II.
I don't think it was World War II. I don't think it was. No, I don't think it was.
I left at World War II and went to DayZ.
Maybe you did leave, but I can't remember. This is the thing. If you remember the Call of Duty, it was the one, it was called...
What was it, Advanced?
No, it was Border. It was Advanced you left at. Advanced, the ones when you could start boost jumping, that's when you were going.
Yeah.
Like,
you played the World War in religiously way.
No, I didn't. I left it because I can tell you now I could load mines up. I don't think I'm even this high level. But I can, and obviously...
The Advanced Warfare... I think quite a few people left. I think that's when you think about it, Advanced Warfare was running a Battlefield, and that's where I went. I think Battlefield...
Battlefield 1, I want to say.
I'm thinking that myself. It was either Battlefield 1 or 2.
I think that's where we went.
Everybody left the Advanced Warfare, and that's kind of where we all went, like, not our own way, but that's when we all kind of stopped playing together, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I think Dan grabbed me back for Advanced Warfare, we left, and then I think you grabbed me back in Black Ops 3, Dan.
Yeah, Black Ops 3 with Gez and the guys.
Yeah.
And then I nearly got to level 1000, and in one of the intoxicated states, Gino decided it was a great idea to make a bet with me. If I didn't get the final kill, I had to reset my stats back to basic. And me and that several states of let's go for it then. Had to reset and got back to level 500. And then I think Black Ops 4, I played here and there.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously as COD progressed, I think I kind of left everybody. Dan kind of dragged me back for like games here and there.
Yeah. I always remember I wasn't playing Maze for a while. I think that was when obviously I went to Newcastle, and when I moved away, I didn't really play games as much. I was in my wee world doing what I had to do, and I always remember it was... I can't remember the Call of Duty, but it was called Borders. It was with all the cars in the middle. Everybody hated it.
Yeah. Oh, I know the map. I know the map you're on about.
Yeah, everybody hated it.
Yeah.
And what happened was I ended up against yous, and then I think I shot you, Dan, yourself, and you were like, bloody Gino camping! And then I heard the voice that was like, yeah, get it up, yeah! And then I absolutely destroyed yous on the map. And then I ended up getting invited back in and started playing together, and that's since then we started playing together again. I think I took a hump probably at some point and just buggered off.
Yeah, I got you.
Sounds a bit right with me, but I was kind of in between when you gone for it, and we've always had a good friendship, all of us, which is a thing. Like we never ever like stop.
Oh no, there was always communication there.
Communication. It was just like games wise, we all kind of went a different way.
Yeah,
and we tried to kind of get each another into playing the games that we play, and it was just a thing. Like We all tried PUBG, we all tried Call of Duty, we all tried all these games, but yet you come to where we are now, we were always friends and always communicating with each other, and it just...
I think it's one of the things, like, obviously, when I met Dan, I think your eldest, I think we met just as your second was born.
Yeah.
And then, like, even, like, I think one day you messaged me at the blue to come and play, and it was like, oh, by the way, such and such is this age now. I'm like, nah, no way. And you're like, oh, no, it is that age. I'm like, no, it can't be. It's like, well, and then I think me, you, and Tinks, and we sat down one night and we're speaking about it, and we're kind of trying to figure out the exact timeline, and Tinks was the one that told us he was literally just born. And I'm like, wow. And like, I can always remember, like with your eldest, obviously, he'd have been, what, 4?
Yeah.
If that?
And because he's 19 now.
And I'm like, how do we go from, like, I met you when you one child, one just born, one was 4. And, like, I've been through you and still, like, through, like, the worst part of some of it.
Yeah.
And, like, it's always trying to remember, like, people always say, like, people say to me, how do you know, like, Dan, and how do you know this? I'm like, well, me and Dan, I've been there for Dan, like, through quite a lot of the stuff that went on. Like, cause I can remember sitting in, like PS3 calls back in the day when we used to do the video calls and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Or we'd gone to Skype, and I don't even know if that's even still a thing.
Skype's been cancelled now.
And it's like, we always used to speak through that, and folk are like, do you even know what he looks like? Like, I was like, and this is what I always say, like, even like through your stream, like, I'm just like a voice and a name.
Yeah.
And I think there's only, well, at that point, there was only like a handful of people who knew exactly what I looked like and who I was.
Yeah.
And like, people say to me now, like, how, like, obviously with being with Gino, like, I'm just a voice behind it and I'm just literally the banter behind it all and and keep it that way.
The thing that makes it different, right, is the fact that we've been friends for how many years? Like coming up 18 years?
18 years, aye.
Roughly, let's say 17. We meet in the middle,
17,
right?
About 17, aye.
Yeah, we've never met in person, but we still have that banter. I can like and like it can be a week of not talking. Load it back up, and I'll get all right, bud, how's it going? And it's that having that friendship through gaming.
It's a gaming friendship.
Yeah,
pretty much a gaming friendship. See, to be fair, it's clocked on me now. The reason I stopped playing with you, Dan, was ever Liverpool losing when Steven Gerrard slipped.
Oh yeah, you gave me stick for that, didn't you?
Let's say it was messaging for like a week solid about Steven Gerrard, and then we kind of stopped speaking, and then that's how when Matt was at a game with me, and then we came back and like you were in the game with Matt, and I was like, "Oh, Dad, speak to me again."
And it's like weird, like we've always had that kind of like thing, like, and I say this is the whole point of gaming, like I mentioned the last one with the podcast. Like we've always had that friendship, like it's kind of like it's like a bond that's just been made through. And as much as folk think it's through, like, people make friends through how they speak to each other, like we literally made friends through abusing each other.
Yeah, and like, giving each other a stick in the game.
That's how it is. And
over the years, nothing has changed whatsoever. If we can find a way to annoy each other, it's there. Like, I've found every possible way to annoy you, and there's only one way that always gets a reaction. I will not say on here, but I will get a reaction. And it's like, even like me and like Mags, like Gino, like I can sit there and we can be speaking normally, and then next thing it's like, okay, what? It's just straight away he's getting abused, and I'm like, even with like, newer people we play with, it's like the same. Like people say, like a lot of streamers should be like this and that. It's about making it an entertainment for people. Somehow we've all managed to make it by making it entertaining by abusing. And modern day has came a case of they don't want people being namby-pamby each other. They actually want to hear them abusing.
You need to entertain each other, and that's the thing. Like you can't go into like Dan Day streaming, RA streaming. Like you've got to be thick-skinned.
Yeah,
and that is the thing. If you can't take people, like, don't get me wrong, like there's a few times in my own stream and I'm like see people come in and I'm watching there and then they start getting to the big lips. I'm thinking, right, there's only so much you can take.
Yeah,
let's cut this out now.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you need to do. And it looks bad for you, as you're saying, into streaming. It's not easy transferring into the streaming side and playing side. It's so hard to be focused on the gaming side.
Yeah.
And then watching your stream. Like, that's two things. Obviously, you need to have good mods yourself. You've got good mods. Myself, I've got a good mod and good mods in there, i.e. Matt is a good mod. He obviously makes sure when things are coming up near me, he'll say to me, do you want them gone? Do you want them out of the game? And I'm like, leave them, give them a second. If they keep going, remove them. It's so hard in streaming. It's not easy.
Well, it's no hard, really. It's like Dan goes on to stream, Dan 9 times out of 10. I don't think I've actually ever been nice to you in your stream, Dan. Actually, to be fair.
No, he just gives me stick all the time.
Like, I play Forza, and he's like, "Oh, look at me." I'm like, "I don't be like him. He can't drive." And there's plenty of times like I've seen him play like Forza, and he's hitting me with, "Oh well, this is what I'm going to do," and I'm like, "Yeah," until you hit a tree, and you're guaranteed within the first corner tree. Like Max, he hops on stream, he'll say, "This is going to be the perfect game," and I'm like, "See you at the bottom of the leaderboard. End of the game, bottom of the leaderboard, 1 kill, 10 deaths." I'm like. It's made it fun for all of us. Like, I've looked at you in this ways, Dan, and like me and you are actually carrying the team. Gino's in the background thinking he's the next Rocky Balboa with somebody while sitting at the bottom of the leaderboard.
That's the whole point. When I get in that mood, I want to abuse people in the game. I am going to get in the game and give them my absolute absolute power. Just give them all the dogs abuse I can. And then place it at the bottom of the leaderboard.
But it's all done in the same thing, innit? It's all done in the art of entertainment when it comes to streaming.
It's exactly that's it. That we streaming, like I say, it's hard. I've found it hard. Like, obviously, we're looking at August now. I've been doing it for about 7 months. Yeah. Maybe 7 months, we'll say. And I've found it hard. I've had a few bans on TikTok. I've had a few... I want to go to YouTube. It's been tough because the grind is tough. Yeah. But the thing is, like, it's coming away from like TikTok. Obviously, don't get me wrong. I don't make millions. Yeah. What I can get off of YouTube and get off of TikTok and something like that. Like, I don't make millions on even TikTok. I make a couple of pounds on TikTok, but YouTube I make nothing. Yeah. Like, but that's a grind. But you have to grind on YouTube to do that, which will come in time.
But like I say, a follower base to come across, like as
it's not easy.
In the same way Dan does, he advertises what he needs, and you need to kind of do that. You need to advertise. It's the biggest thing.
It's hard. It's hard to advertise on TikTok because people. The thing is with TikTok, like with it being funny, they're on TikTok. They'll see that every day. Yeah, that's what they see. You're live streaming.
That's why you have to win them over with your personality. If you win them over with your personality, if they like your personality, they'll follow you anyway.
Yeah,
you don't even have to advertise it. Like they will
exactly. Personality is a big thing. Yeah, and I've said that for
I've always said like a streamer has a personality that helps following, but I've always said like the only way to make it a streamer, like we've obviously made a good group that we have. Yeah, and I think that's something like I don't know if you agree, but I think that's something that's kind of helped you as streamers is having that group that makes that content. Yeah. To kind of excel it and enjoy it.
Like, you make it, everybody you were playing me makes it better, like yourself. Like, everybody loves a Mark Rage. Oh, yeah. Everybody just stands quiet unless a Mark Rage.
The problem is Mark rages, then he stays quiet, then when I used to get Mark to rage again to the point that he spent more time banned in this Call of Duty than he ever has in the last 6 years.
Yeah. Yeah, Dan.
I
don't know if you've heard this, but that's a Mark problem, no us.
Yeah, no.
I guess what? Mark banned again.
On the subject of streaming, obviously today and yesterday. When did I stream last? What day are we?
Sunday.
I'm trying to keep up.
Sunday. Yeah. So obviously today I streamed and I had Gino join halfway through. I felt like my games were more fun when I had teammates. And it was the same on Sunday when me and you played, Matt. It was like the game is more fun when you got people with you who you get on with really well and you know you've got that, that communication, that banter, that laugh, that you know.
Yeah, 100%. Like, yeah, obviously, I've ended up with like the guys we were playing with that night. Obviously, well, that day, like Crocs or whatever his name is. We've decided his name is because I couldn't say his name.
His name's like, C-Rocks, and I call him in Crocs because it's just easier.
Well, it was my fault. I kind of said Crocs until I read it properly. I didn't have my glasses on at the point. But it's like, I've ended up with like friends requests for them because we made an enjoyable game. And I always find like, it's okay. Like, sometimes and then people like to play solo and do like little solo things.
Oh, yeah.
But I think if you're playing online side, you want to have that bit of banter.
Yeah.
And that bit of fun. And
it's what makes it fun.
It's like people that can give and take rather than having like you get like somebody say something, you say it back and all that off. You know, you want like we've made like a whole massive group of people that literally do not get offended by what we say.
Yeah.
That's meant in a banter way.
Yeah, it's always sent in a banter way, nothing
it's
more,
not
nothing
meant
less.
Personally.
Yeah.
That's what I noticed as well. That we got obviously when I first came into the streaming industry and tried to do streaming, like I always noticed it was always the people like what Matt says. It was the people behind me that make my streams that like take the banter because I can get dogs abuse to everybody. I'm terrible at it. Yourself, when you're in my games, I'm the same as well. And like, I think it's the people behind you. If they can't take the banter or the carry on and laughter, then they shouldn't be in your games. I agree with that. But on that point, like, what we're saying is that the people behind you is the ones that actually make your streams. As long as you get banter, like you say, it's charisma. Yeah.
Look at the fun we had earlier with it when the shotgun came out, when Ryan revived me in Battlefield 6. And for whatever reason, I picked up his shotgun and was running around shotgunning people. And I was like laughing my head off because I'm one-shotting people with a shotgun. And I've got you laughing in my ear because you're laughing at me running around one-shotting people. And it's just like, it made that experience more fun as a whole. That experience
more fun as a whole. And that's the thing, like, everybody's looking at the big time streamers.
Yeah.
And thinking that, like, I watch big time streamers. I watch really big time streamers. And I sit there and think, like, they put on videos on certain platforms and they're sitting laughing. I think, I watch you and I've never once seen you do that.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Like, as I say, like, we all have banter. Like, 9 times out of 10 in Gino's stream, he is literally the brunt of, like, he's the big, like, I don't mean like big streamers, but he's supposed to be the streamer.
Yeah.
But he's the one getting the most abuse. And I think that's kind of the thing, like, as he's taken on there himself, like, he takes it, gives it back, gets it back worse, and like, it's not a case
finishes at the bottom of the leaderboard.
He finishes at the bottom of the leaderboard, but he's laughing his whole way through the game. And I think the whole streamer side, like me personally, I don't like the idea of showing my face. It's enough to scare anybody.
Seen you in daylight, mate.
Dan, you know yourself, I've got my OBS set up, I've got all my keys that I need to do it, but it's more a case of like, I'm not busy, like either in your stream or I'm in Magsy's stream, and it's like you can't kind of find, like, I don't really find the time for me to do it.
Yeah,
like, I'm quite happy being the voice behind the stream.
That's what I was just going to say. Like, see that, like, Dan's very open. He's happy to do a stream, show his face. I'm the same. Like, I'm very outgoing. But like yourself, you're behind the stream, and it's your voice, your banter, your charisma
keeps the person
that keeps that person in front of the camera, that keeps you involved and doing it. Because sometimes it can be tough. Like, that like, see that week you were on holiday, mate. It felt tough.
Yeah,
doing it myself. It felt tough because there was nobody behind me giving me abuse.
As I say, I've like seen nights where Gino's like sat quietly and he's not engaging like normally and know himself like within the game.
Yeah.
And then, like, Gino, you've seen it, like, one night, it was just literally me and him on the stream. Like, people were supposed to come on, other things happened, family life happened, which we'll accept.
I'll accept.
And literally, I don't know why it started, but he was sitting there quietly.
I sunk into my seat.
He just kind of like sunk, like, kind of like defeated. And then next thing, I just started abusing him. And then it just kind of came back and forth. And next thing, his stream just went nuts. Like, I think it was one of your best nights, and we found out which kind of night works for that.
Aye, no.
But it's like you with yourself, Dan. Like, I've seen days where you've been down and like, I don't want to do this, and I don't want to be on stream. and I've came in, and next thing, like, I don't mean it badly or big myself up, perked up.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know for a fact, whatever game it is, if I don't have it, I will wait. Well, back then, I'd have waited 6 hours to download it. Nowadays, I wait 30 minutes to download it. Let's not go on about it. Yes, you had fast internet before me. Yes, we've had this conversation, and no, we're not going again.
Yes, Matt stole his internet for next door, by the way.
Mate, you're still stealing it on next fee. The next street across.
And that was the thing. Like, let's go into COD. How bad it's dying. Like,
it's not dying. I don't think COD's dying. I think
hold on. Wait, pause. Now, the honest question really is: can anything kill Call of Duty?
In my opinion, yes. Every game's killable. Like many that we've had out through the years. The biggest problem with the COD community is it's not a case of listening to individual people.
Yeah.
It's listening to big timers and what they want. They want this, they want that. And it's not a case of like, right, there's your average player, your everyday like dad that comes home to play.
Yeah.
It's more about, right, a big time streamer says, we need this, we need this, we need this. Okay, we'll implement that just for yous. That helps yous. Who, in my opinion, can afford, like, I've got a high-end PC, yes, but it's not your top-end PC that can do all these things.
Yeah.
And you're seeing them wanting to implement things for themselves that can afford thousands and thousands, and not the people. Like, we had COD when it was, back in the day, it was just, okay, it was like your ability. Nowadays, it's like, well, you need this skin and this skin for that gun to be like this. Instead of a case of, right, you buy that skin, it's just an appearance on it, that's it. It's nowadays it's a case where you buy that skin. Call of Duty have simply built you the best version of that gun.
Yeah.
That is going to be a meta rather than, right, there's your skin, you've got what you wanted. Like nowadays we're going more, as bad as it I know it sounds bad.
It sounds like we're going in the Fortnite and down the Fortnite route.
Yes, we're going down the Fortnite route. It's all about skins, it's all about having this, it's all about having that. Rather, okay, right, you want a skin, there it is for the gun, that's all you're getting. Now it's a case of, right, you want this skin, you're going to have a meta, you're going to win, no matter what. Like, me as somewhat casual, or as you say, sometimes I'm sweaty, especially where I play, but I'm not going out buying all these top-end, like, I'm not spending 30, 40 quid on skins. I'm just building guns that suit my play style, which it should be about.
Yeah.
But then you're seeing bigger streamers saying, right, well, if they're doing that, well, we want this that helps us. Well, you as a streamer and someone that plays religiously should know how to build your gun, suit you to make it powerful. And it's one of them things that, can COD be killed? A lot of people said no. A lot of people said it'll never happen. It's one of these games that are the pinnacle of the gaming. And in reality, I don't think COD can be killed. I think COD's going to kill itself by what they're doing.
Let me rephrase this question. If Call of Duty is going to die, what's going to kill Call of Duty?
Themselves.
What is it going to be that's going to kill? Is it going to be that the game just dies off with the amount of hackers, cheaters? Is it going to be that the community says, screw you, Call of Duty, I don't want nothing more to do with you, you've had a chance to fix your game, you're not doing the stuff that we've asked for in terms of crossplay, the restrictions? What do you think is going to kill it?
I think personally myself is the way that it's run. Like, I go back to what Matt says, that the skins that are coming in, it's not, when you look at it, like Warzone was Warzone through COVID. Yeah. Again, you look at Warzone through COVID, it was just like skins. You had the bad skin, which was Rose.
Yeah.
Everybody could stand in a corner, in a corner. You wouldn't even fucking see them. Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
You would see that, and you couldn't shoot them because you never seen them.
Yeah,
you never ever seen them. You could not see them, and that then was what Call of Duty was.
Yeah.
But now you're adding all these skins. Don't get me wrong. Everybody loved Roger. I'm going to be Roger for American Dad.
Yeah.
And I think, personally myself, in my opinion, I think Call of Duty is killing itself. It is killing itself. Like, the whole aspect of it, like, it's not just Warzone or like the way they're doing the game, like the whole chat bans. I remember back in the day, you could give somebody dog's abuse
Yeah, in the lobby.
Like, let's say in the lobby,
Yeah.
you hated each other. It was all just pretty much missing cat. Like you gave each other abuse. You get into a game. You gave that guy better abuse or that woman a better abuse.
Yeah.
You give them better abuse, and I can guarantee you went in the game they played poor.
Yeah.
But now it's a case that you can't say a thing with it being banned. And that is a big thing for me.
Yeah.
And that's going to kill it off. It is going to kill it off for a start.
What's your view? What do you think is going to kill it off? I've got my own feeling of what's going to kill it off, but I want to see what yours is as well. So I've got an idea.
Like my truthful opinion.
Yeah. What do you think is going to kill it off? We know Gino's is saying with the skins and the way that they're going with the game and the fact that it's pay to win, this, that, and the other. What do you think?
I don't know if I can say this through this or if it causes you problems, but truthfully, I think Microsoft. That's my truthful opinion.
I don't think Microsoft's going to kill it off, mate. I think generally myself is the fact that 100% is their anti-cheat. Like,
can I explain why I say this?
Go on.
Like, my problem is when Microsoft buy a big company, it always happens. They bought out Atari, and within 2 years, Atari was finished. They bought out Ubisoft. The creators of Halo. I can't remember who it was. Was it DICE or something like that?
DICE. What was the other game they I know who you're on about.
So they bought all these big companies out that are making top-end games. Every time this happens, you're guaranteed within 2 to 3 years, they're gone. But also another fact I see is also probably the same as yourself, Dan, is the community's getting bored of the same game with a new skin. Like, everybody's called for Modern Warfare 2 Remastered.
Yeah.
Everybody's wanted it. What's happened? Nothing.
Yeah.
All they've done is they brought the new Black Ops when it first came out. Yep. It was exactly what we wanted. We're
on the same page. You're leading down the exact same road that I was going to go down. So my view on that is the fact that they're going to run out of ideas.
Yes,
they're going to run out of ideas.
They're going to run out of ideas, right? Like, let's be honest. We all know they're going to run out of ideas. But are they going to end them ideas? Are they going to bring an anti-cheat that will stop this? Like, let's be honest. Like, Fortnite, when you play Fortnite, exactly like Battlefield, I've had to do something to my PC. Like, are you going to be able to fulfill that in the next Black Ops? This is a thing nobody knows because their next revealing is August the 19th.
Yeah.
Are they going to fulfill what people say? Are they going to fulfill...
The way I see it is like, it's okay saying, are they going to fulfill what people want? They're going to fulfill the bigger names that want it. My opinion is, in it, should be, if you're going to want to fulfill it, listen to everybody. Like, bring back the maps that people enjoyed. Don't reskin them. Don't do all this. Like, they brought back WMD in this one. We know, everyone knows WMD.
Just what I was going to say. Exactly what I was going to say.
We now have a map that's all bright, clear, and everything. Nobody wants that. What we're saying is, like, a lot of people are saying they want maps back. Bring them back as they were. They were enjoyable.
Like, let's look at Fringe. Fringe, for me, was not bright and cartoony.
No.
Fringe, to me, was dull.
Yeah.
Put the brightness up. Like, you've got that technology to bring the brightness up. You have got that technology today, but now it's bright and cartoony. And exactly what WMD map is saying. When I went at that map, I went at Matt, was like, what is this?
Yeah, I remember doing exactly the same thing.
Matt went to me, you're not an actual COD player if you don't remember this map then. I played through it. I think it was my second round. It was my discipline same. It was my second round. I was like, oh, wait a minute, this is snow on it.
Yeah.
And Matt was like, aye, that's the map. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, it doesn't.
Why would you take the snow out? If you are going to bring in these maps, and these places, like, make sure you keep it the same, but turn the brightness up, because back then you never had the brightness we've got now. Yeah. Like, you can turn up the brightness, and that's it. Like, leave it as it is. Yeah. And that's the problem with Call of Duty. They are now trying to make cartoon maps. What's the point? What's the point? What is the point?
This is the point me and Dan made. Like, they're taking it kind of to Fortnite stage. Like, I find, like, see if they're wanting maps, like, if COD want to do something right and want to keep themselves in that kind of like top tier of games people play, I think it's a case of, instead of listening to certain names that have made complaints about Battlefield, made complaints about this game, made complaints about that game, it's a case of, right, ask the public what they want, not people that are making a beneficial life out of it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Ask the general people that are sitting there.
I generally think
for this game, and not we are not getting invited to all these betas that are closed, and we are not the ones that are seeing the original game before it comes out.
I generally think Call of Duty's dead. That's for me personally myself. Like the way they went, the way they've went about it, and the way the game's going, and everything else. I just think it's dead. It's dead. They're giving you nothing new. Nothing is new. Let's look at, when you're talking about it, Fortnite brung in Eminem, Fortnite brung in Snoop Dogg. We brung Snoop Dogg in as well. And
what does that do for a game? All it's doing is
it's just pay to play.
Yeah.
And it's like Fortnite. I can remember Fortnite when it first came out, probably long before I watched it.
Yeah.
And Fortnite when I started playing it, which it's a creator pad. So when I first started playing it, there was no such thing as Battle Royale.
Yeah.
Fortnite was originally a PvE game.
Yeah.
And you could join up together and build things and do different things, but it was never designed to be just tried to follow. But COD killing is going to be I think personally, their own doing. It's never going to be a case of a game. There is a possibility a game could do it for the player base. Yes.
Yeah.
But is there a possibility another game could kill outright? Right? No. It's going to be a case of what they do is going to kill it. I don't think it's going to.
I think Battlefield will kill it. I'm personally myself, you will have your COD loyals.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like ourselves. We were COD loyals, but we are willing to change, willing to get up with the change. And I genuinely think that if COD Black Ops 7 flops, that's the end of it.
You reckon Black Ops 7 is the end of Call of Duty?
I genuinely think it is. If you yourself, you look at the world. If they don't get the sales, that's the end of Black Ops. That's the end of Call of Duty. That's the end of everything.
Well, no, I wouldn't say it's quite the end. I think me and you touched on it the last time, Dan. You looked at EA with our betting side.
Yeah.
Well, essentially buying, me personally, it's the same thing. You're buying packs on the bet you're going to be better. So therefore, why is EA being done for it, but they're not following this onto COD, where you're buying this gun to potentially be better? Therefore, you're gambling again.
EA won't do it. EA won't do it because the fact is EA is specifically for FIFA.
No, but what I'm saying is, EA got done for it for the whole thing with FIFA, buying packs on chance.
Yes,
it's gambling. So you're buying a pack. What I'm saying is, on the opposite side of it, is you're buying a pack on COD. You're gambling that gun's got to be better than something else somebody else is using. So you're still gambling. It's still kind of manipulating that gambling side.
Black Ops 2 was like that, was it? No, where you can't open boxes.
No, they boxes were just random.
They were random, and I got the Peacemaker. I always remember the Peacemaker.
That's Black Ops 3.
You didn't buy them.
Was that Black Ops 3?
Yeah, that was Black Ops 3, and you earned them through playing games.
Aye.
But the idea is there. I see what you're saying.
I see your point there, but the difference is you're not buying it. You won them through games, and you opened them through the game.
FIFA's went that way, though.
FIFA's now limited on how much. Yes, sir, because the gambling thing got involved.
You can't buy points, but now you do the skill-based challenges, which
isn't gambling. Free. You're not paying for it. Yes, it's free.
It's free.
So this is what I'm saying. They had why you could buy the points and buy them. They got done for gambling. COD's essentially doing the same thing. COD's enabling people to spend more to gamble on the chance of being better than someone else. Right. So they should fall in the same suit. I don't mind buying the odd pack here and there. I like the idea, obviously, you do your battle pass, you get the points for the next. But the problem I have is, why should we have to pay for a skin to make the gun better when it should just be in the game in general?
I just generally feel that Call of Duty is dead. Like the whole way the concept is gone. They've got terrible servers. You can get a server. You can get a server. You can be like 14 ping. The next game you're going to be like 50 ping.
Yeah.
And that kind of annoys me as well. Cause I've seen games where in at like 14 or 8 ping, and then literally halfway through the game you're on 60 ping. It's like how can the servers be that bad and judge the host? Like, here's the thing, like, you're buying a multi-million-pound company, like, they bought this, they've been doing this for years.
They make no money because they've got no idea what they're doing.
How can they make servers that don't run properly, yet you can hop onto a free-to-play game, as we have done, Dan, and their own designated servers run better? Like, I play DayZ. I can hop on a DayZ server for the EU and have a better server ping, no lag, no nothing, and run smoothly on a game that's essentially a sandbox game and has probably, like, okay, on the PC side it has more of a financial side because of what PC do, but on console they're running it on a shoestring budget and can still make it work.
Well,
and an anti-cheat that works.
I played the Armored Forge, and it was on DayZ's lines, and they've actually made a line on it's DayZ lines.
It's no Armor, no, DayZ's on Armored Forge. Well, DayZ was originally
It's on DayZ. It's through DayZ, and then they've made their own platform through DayZ's.
No. Armor was originally a PC game. DayZ was a mod added in.
Yeah. That
then became DayZ standalone. So they took Armor. Like, obviously Armor 3 came out, then decided, no, we're making it for console.
I pretty much know Armor's dying now.
Armor is dying because I'm not inputting what they have to input to make it what it is.
Yeah.
And it's once again, it's like, it's hard for companies like these ones, like smaller companies, to keep these all going when the player base won't follow it because everybody thinks Call of Duty is what it is, when in reality, Call of Duty is a dying breed.
Everybody thinks Call of Duty is the big breed. That is not the big breed. Like, Call of Duty's got, like, how do you explain it? It's got the money
behind it.
It's got the money,
it's got the numbers.
It's got the numbers, it's got the money, it's got everything. But the platform behind it is poor. It's gone. Like I said, I brought it up early on in the podcast. How do you wait till Battlefield bring out a Ricochet, a proper background anti-cheat, and then Call of Duty's doing it?
But once again, I've said the same thing. The background cheats only be you look at Battlefield, it's for everybody. It runs in the background of the actual software of the game. Is that Call of Duty absolutely kicking ourselves though? But why?
Because they know their game's going to die with that.
But why is anti-cheat only being brought out for PC? Like, everybody claims PCs are the cheaters.
Yeah.
But
mate, I can barely switch a PC on.
That's valid. But look, you look at how easy is it to get your hands on a Cronus?
Yeah.
How easy?
They're on Amazon.
And like, here's the thing: Microsoft can't detect it on their Xboxes. They say the PlayStation can.
PlayStation did for a week, and then they got
it was a
firmware update. Yeah,
patch notes.
But there's a thing, like, how, like, these are big companies. You think of Sony, you think of Microsoft. They're multi-billion-pound companies, not millions, they're in billions. Like, how can, like, they know work with game developers to make this anti-cheat, and when they put a system update out, right, this is what we're doing, patch it onto that, make it ready.
But that's Microsoft. So does Microsoft? You try to say Microsoft is blocking that? Because let's be realistic. You're saying the game developers. How do they click on to the, like I say, Microsoft? Like, is it Microsoft is stopping it? No, it's not. It's Call of Duty, because the fact is, let's be honest. Like, Call of Duty funds at least 70% or the hacks.
Right, can I say something here? No, it's not. It's nothing to do with that. Not Disney. It's no Call of Duty. I can tell you that for free. But the point I'm trying to make here, what I said was, Microsoft and Sony are multi-billion-pound companies. Yeah. The game developers work all together, make an anti-cheat works. So, right, we're bringing a software up to this day. This is what's changing. If you have to change it on your scripts that block it, right, we'll do that and we'll work it that way. Therefore, every avenue is blocked. And then when if there's still cheats coming out, Microsoft, Sony, and developers, right, who's releasing it?
Yeah.
Because the same as like your dodgy TVs that were about your Cody boxes, there was someone inside doing it, and essentially someone inside opening it up.
I believe what Matt's just said rings a bell because I remember I've had this conversation before. When aimbot first came around, if you played the campaign for Call of Duty, like early days, like Modern Warfare 2, them early Call of Duties, yeah, all of them. When you played the campaign, when you aimed, when you went from aiming down sight and you kept flicking in and out, you automatically switched to the next target.
Well, that was aim assist more so.
No, this literally headlocked.
I know what Dan's
you know what I'm getting at?
Yeah. I know exactly what Dan's talking about because
when you played the campaign, you could switch automatically between players on an easy setting, which tells me the aimbot was created
by Call of Duty.
In Call of Duty, in somewhere Call of Duty. In there, someone created.
It was in their script.
Yeah.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, that's what I'm saying is, if they turn in like your higher up said, right, this is implementation we're doing, this is what it entails before they release it, because these are done months in advance. This is what's happening. Okay, send it there. Right, okay, weekend that's coming. That's all the patch notes you'll need for what you need to stop the anti-cheats and stop cheating. Like, how can you say, like, okay, we've got all these consoles, you've got your game, but yous need us, like, Call of Duty needs these consoles more than the consoles need Call of Duty.
Like, that's the thing though, right? What you're talking about, right? Let's look back, right? Look at the games that came out was a Battlefield, like not Battlefield 6, like in a Battlefield, like a war zone, right?
Yeah.
Who was actually challenging Call of Duty at the time?
When Call of Duty first came out?
Yeah, who was challenging it?
Halo.
Medal of Honor.
No, it wasn't.
It was Halo. It wasn't a Battlefield.
When Blackout came
out, right? Okay.
What I'm trying to say is a war zone. Who was your first battle royale?
H1Z1.
Who was challenging it?
H1Z1 was the first ever battle royale.
Right. So how well did that do?
Outlasted most. The only reason they kind of stepped back was because the developers were in disagreements.
Sorry, guys.
That's the only reason.
There's a bat flying at my house. Oh my word.
No, anyway, H1Z1 was developer disagreements, and the fan base kind of slipped away because everybody wanted to chase COD.
Right, there you go. So,
but bear in mind, H1Z1 was going on longer than we have now.
Listen. So when it went to, let's go at the launch of Warzone.
Yeah.
Who was battling that?
Nobody. Really.
Yes. Fortnite.
There you go. What?
Fortnite, like as much as you want to say Fortnite was battling it, Warzone was brought out for COD, and it was in real life.
What was Warzone?
When you look at Fortnite were literally just building, and that was it. If you put that into Call of Duty, let's watch Call of Duty players stay.
What was Warzone's bigger hand?
The timing that it came out.
Yeah.
Timing. Yeah. Like the timing.
Yeah.
Right. What was also Warzone's other bigger hand?
Go on.
Fortnite was when it first came out was appealing to kids.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, but
Warzone was not appealing to kids. That's just the new generation that you're talking about, Matt. But what happened was at the time, like Fortnite was appealing to kids. You had dancing, you had emotes, I guess. You had fancy things, guns that didn't shoot when it shot. Didn't show blood. Warzone had that.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what was the bigger open picture.
Right. So it wasn't a Warzone, it was more a battle royale. But if you take into consideration, right, you put what Fortnite have in COD, as you say the leading, how many fan base would they have?
Nothing, mate. Nothing.
But there you go then. The only reason people went for it is because they wanted to see real life. They didn't want, obviously, Fortnite style. That's
the thing. We all know this, that Call of Duty's gone that wide in the line to now be like Fortnite. It's more appealing.
Right, you can sit and say...
That's down to, which nobody in politics in it or anything like that, it's down to the fact that these are things that they're talking about.
Right, so you're saying COD is a better game, right? So if we go back to World at War, Dan,
Brilliant.
You stood on a landmine, right? Here's what I'm saying.
You lost a leg.
Right. So you went and stood a land, or as we called it, a bouncing Judy.
Yeah.
You were losing a leg or some form of limb, and you would watch it fly across the map.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Nowadays, you stand on a bouncing Betty.
Hey, slide it.
Your whole body gets thrown across it. This is what I'm saying. That COD's now going the same direction as Fortnite and making it more PG, shall we say?
That's the point I was getting to.
Oh, so we're all on the same page then?
Yeah, that's the point I was getting to.
So we all agree that Call of Duty is going down the childish route.
Yes.
Let's say
it becomes PG.
Yeah, with the monitoring the voice chats and the bans and the childish skins. Are we all agreeing that Call of Duty will die out because it's becoming a childish game and all the adults among us will just go, I don't want to see R2-D2 sliding across my screen, bunny jumping, shouting F, Y, and Z at me while I can't respond because I've been chat banned?
Yes.
Is that what we're saying?
100%. 100%.
Right. Right. We got there in the end. I have one final twist to this episode. Oh. I have an idea for Call of Duty. I want you to hear me out. Listen to it, see what you think, right?
Yeah, I need to listen to you
Fortnite,
again.
Free to play.
Yep.
PUBG, now free to play.
Yep.
Counter-Strike, free to play.
Battlefield, not free to play. I'm getting there before you even get out there.
Hang on, hear me out. What if Call of Duty went free to play? Not releasing a game every year. Hear me out, all the way through, right? They do what they did in China. Call of Duty had a version. There was a version of Call of Duty in China that had all your favorite maps, all your favorite guns, all your favorite attachments. What do they do with that gun? With that game, they turned it into a mobile version, Call of Duty Mobile. What if? I'm just saying if. What if they turned Call of Duty into a free-to-play game with all the favorite maps, all the favorite guns, all the favorite attachments, free-to-play with a working anti-cheat, and the way they make their money? Skins.
No.
Why not?
Right, so I play DayZ, and it's literally DayZ is literally a standalone game, as we know, but it's literally a case of they just evolve the game of how it works and evolve it with maps and stuff like that. They don't add in skins, nothing. It's all down to skill. You're then adding in skins, free to play. You're guaranteed Call of Duty will find a way to make it work. While you're buying skins, it's pay to win. Call of Duty will never walk away from pay to win. They will always stay, if you want to win, you got to pay, which is what they've done all for the last 6-7 years. I don't think they'll ever do it.
I want Call of Duty to come back to Modern Warfare.
I want
original Modern Warfare.
Yeah,
that's why Call of Duty come back to your R700.
Yeah,
your don't get me wrong, you could add noob chip.
But didn't they try that with Modern Warfare 3? And what happened with that? They changed too much. They adapted it too much.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. That they're always adapting it to suit, and this is why we've touched on in the podcast. They're always adapting it to what people want. The whole point of Modern Warfare 3 was to feel like the old Modern Warfare 3 and feel like that kind of movement we did have in was there, but then they ruined it again.
See, like personally myself, like I started Modern Warfare. See the remastered Modern Warfare was their best outcome. 100%. You had no chance. You couldn't add anything to your gun. It was just a case of being what you were, what you could play, how good you were, and that was it. And see, to be fair, they sorted the glitches. I remember in Block, you could RPG at a wall, jump on a wall, and then jump at them up.
Yeah.
Like if we come back,
I'm not naming anybody, but the lanky person told me.
Right, so you're saying about like this is a thing. There was always like little exploits you could find.
That was always glitches
that weren't actually like a lot of people said they were glitches. They weren't. They were exploits within the game. They didn't adapt the game to the point like, oh well, you've got this point and you can win this. It's a case of yes, you can get up there, but there's every possibility somebody with a good shot taking your head.
Aye, but that was the thing though. They knew about them exploits and did nothing about it.
But they left them in because they weren't adapting the end score of the game. Like, you got into like certain maps, especially on like Modern Warfare 2, where we found most of them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like, you could gun in them exploits, but didn't change the outcome of the game.
The outcome of the game, aye.
Yeah.
Like, we could gun into the map with the big buses and that on it, and you could gun up in the back, in the car, hop up at the side, hop it up, hop again, and hop onto the roof.
Yeah.
But then you took that as a risk. I could be shot for the other side because you had to walk across, as we called it, back then.
Yeah.
Right.
So that never existed.
This is for Dan.
Yeah.
So, Dan, percentage of Call of Duty dying, what was yours?
What in the next? I reckon Call of Duty will eventually die off in the next 5 years.
Matthew?
I get 3.
I'll get you the next one. Battlefield
You
for the
reckon?
win.
Oh, okay. I said 5 years because I think they will give us they'll give us Black Ops 7, which they are putting specialties in again from Black Ops 3, recycled crap again for whatever reason. I think they will go back on a Modern Warfare game one more time. They'll go back on a World War style game again, and I think they'll end up just dying off.
I personally
that's
hope
my view.
Before they die off, they bring a remastered again, because we noticed when they brought remastered Call of Duty,
Yeah.
they had the largest fan base. They bring a remastered out, there's every possibility, maybe, maybe, they'll survive.
Yeah.
Yep. My opinion is, after Battlefield, bye-bye, COD, unless they bring a blackout. I'll think about it.
Oh, well, Blackout, that might just save it.
That's not a bad shout. That isn't a bad shout, and that's what we're going to end the podcast episode on. Will Call of Duty bring back Blackout, whether it be Blackout 2? Will they, A, make it free-to-play? Will they make it a paid version built in the game? Or will it be a standalone like Warzone is now?
Just give me a blackout.
No, just give me Blackout.
Just give me a blackout. Jason, free, buy, whatever you want. Just give me it.
Personally, give me a Blackout. Don't make it free. Make people pay for it.
Less cheaters.
Personally, yes.
Yeah.
And that point, follow Killer Magpie on TikTok, YouTube. Dan's a man. He is my favourite man.
Yeah, I am. It's the Danny C Show with my boys, Gino and Matt. Gino's on TikTok. Give him a follow. Check him out. Matt's one of his mods. He's one of my mods too. He's one of my long-term friends. That got very heated around the Call of Duty debate. I love that. That was wicked. But on that note, we've been going for an hour and 47 minutes.
Too long.
Enjoy that episode. I hope you've enjoyed that episode. Be sure to tune in next time when these guys will be back with me once more before D returns from his move. God knows what the topics will be. We'll get to that when we get to it. But in the meantime, stay safe, be good, and if you can't be good, at least be good at it. We'll see you next time. Say bye, guys.
Goodbye.